I'm back in Cusco at the airport because today my flight's going to my next destination and you will find out soon what my next destination is. Finally boarding the train. I'm always saying train. Finally boarding the plane. Plane and on my way to the baggage claim. Can you believe that I'm flying for nearly 3 months straight now every week and my luggage is still alive? I asked a couple of people where the ATM is and all I get as an answer is I don't speak English. And then I get to the ATM and the ATM cannot speak English either. Like I got some cash, but like the transaction fee is incredibly high. So I got an Uber driver, even though probably here are buses and shuttle buses that would have been cheaper, but this Uber driver is going to drop me off directly at the place I'm going to. Anyway, I just paid like nearly €7 for 2 bottles of water. Can you believe that? Look at my place. Hey guys, I arrived at my Airbnb, which is like a super cute little mini apartment. Yeah, obviously a balcony. I promise you a pool and a garden view, and that's the pool and the garden view. It's a nice and clean bathroom. And we got really everything we need. We got our own microwave, we got an oven, we got so much storage space in here. One little thing that's starting to bother me a little bit here in South America is that all the places I stayed at had no heating. It gets extremely cold at night. I noticed that right now. Yeah, I just don't want to get sick, you know. The first day was fine. But then I suddenly got sick and it hit me. Yesterday I also decided to wash my clothes, so everywhere here and here I got stuff lying around. That's actually the first time for me to go so far away from my hotel. And I already found a nice cafe here that looks extremely Instagrammable. Found a print shop. This was easy. Easier than I thought. There was one guy who was speaking a little bit of English. You have to send it via email first. Here's so many coffee shops. It's so tempting not to just get a coffee here and breakfast, but I have a Zoom call in about an hour. I mentioned that I'm doing this course. I don't know if you guys can remember. Here are a couple of the things that I got at the supermarket. I already ate most of my fruits, buying granola now and then, butter for the first time since I started traveling, because I also got a toaster here. So guys, I will get ready for my Zoom call now. For South America, Santiago is definitely on the expensive side. It's one of the biggest cities here in South America. Currently standing on Plaza de la Constitución, which is very close to my hostel Airbnb I'm staying at. And yeah, today we're finally going to explore Santiago. When I looked up places to eat here in Santiago, I found on Google Maps that the city loves Starbucks. There are like so many here. We are going to explore the city center on our free walking tour that we're going to do in this video. I want to show you in this video how you can find and how you can join one of those walking tours, which are like perfect if you are for the first time in the city. There's no entrance fee, but they make you fill out a form where you have to write on your name and your passport number. So you should know your passport number when you come here. Some fun facts about Santa Lucia Hill, which is basically a park built on a hill. It's 69 meters high and on an altitude of about 630 meters, so you get a view like this one. The founding of Santiago was declared here in 1541, so it's kind of an important place. It's a little bit of a hike, climb. There are a couple of stairs. You can see in the background already San Cristobal Hill, which is also a place you definitely should visit when coming to Santiago. We're going to do that. We made it to the top. Look at this. Getting crowded here. I haven't been there yet, so I'm not sure, but you can also see here in the background, far away, the Costanera Center, Costanera Sky, which is the tallest building in South America. Guys, from now on it's only downhill. And I thought next is lunch or brunch. I spent enough time here.
You show up at my door with some coffee and croissants. Went to my favorite store, cause you could tell it's what I want. I can't imagine more. It's been a dream and far beyond. Well, so then what am I so nervous for? Cause when it's good,
I'm a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland. We got a walnut cake and we got the rabbit. Oh my.
for the record to scratch. But then you go again where you say I dream about you daily, and your face, it's a painting in the Louvre, baby. All your words like the screenplay in a movie.
Well, if that wasn't a hidden gem, then I don't know. Like, really nice cafe. Was a lot of sugar, so a little bit regretting what I just ate. But also it was really good. I think I paid about 15 euro-ish, something.
Screenplay to my life, dressing it up for fun. All of the main characters.
We now made our way through this park. I forgot the name of the park. To Barrio Bella Vista, another area in Santiago. So I'm basically standing in front of, what was the name? San Cristobal Hill. Just in case you're wondering why we're here. This area is famous. It's marked by art culture and bohemian life. And also it's famous for its street art.
And I am glowing from inside. I really can't believe that's what you've done. Cause when it's good, just really good, then it should be too good. I know that there must be a catch, just waiting around for the.
If this isn't a fascinating place, is it? I think I'm going to do it. I'm already here. Okay. So they have some English speaking stuff here, and they explained to me that a round ticket is about 7,000 something. And basically you're taking something from here, vernacular or something. I don't know where the difference is, and then you are taking the cable car. I don't know if this is already the top of the hill, but we have a good view from here. And to be totally honest with you, I didn't want to come here because this seemed to be one of the tourist places. Well, the tourist cove, obviously here are a lot of tourists. And after traveling for nearly 3 months now, I'm very much over this whole tourist thing. Just hear me, but I got my own cable car and they told me to sit on the other side for balance. I don't know exactly why, but I'm getting motion sick if I'm going backwards. This is worth it. This is totally worth it. I can do it everywhere I want. I have the whole thing for myself. It's so cool. So yeah, I think I'm here for the view. I don't think here's much what I can do. The guy told me something about a Japanese garden, and there seems to be a Japanese garden somewhere. But also, like, I'm not here to... And I just learned that you actually have here in Santiago also a bigger German community.
You show up at my door with some coffee my favorite store, cause you could tell it's what I want.
I try to find places that I can recommend to you guys, but I wouldn't recommend necessarily this place. They were very strict, didn't allow me to film, so I couldn't unfortunately really film anything. There was like the decoration and everything inside, like pictures and all kinds of stuff. A very German experience, because German people tend to be rude and tend to be very, strict and all that kind. So you get what you pay for. You get a very German experience. Today I'm going to join a free walking tour. It's the first time for me to join a free walking tour. And if you're traveling alone and also to countries you have never been to or cities you have never been to, taking a free walking tour maybe in the beginning of your trip might be like a really good idea. I booked my tour on Guru Walks. Here's the but. They call it a free walking tour because you can choose how much you're going to pay your guide. So I'm getting closer to our meeting point for the tour. As I mentioned, I'm not going to talk a lot. I'm just going to show you a little bit how it looks like, because it's like a 2.5 hour tour. So our tour guide isn't here yet, but there's this other guy waiting with the sign saying free tour.
Should be too good. I know that there must be a catch, just waiting around for the record to scratch. But then you go again away. You say I dream about you daily, and your face it's painted in the Louvre, baby.
I just finished the walking tour, and well, let me just make it short and say I'm not very excited about it. He told me in the beginning that he doesn't want to be filmed, our guide. I asked him about it, I sent him a message about it, he never replied. So now, getting told that, it's a little bit... The other thing that I didn't really like that much is that I couldn't understand him very well. I don't want to be too negative about it, but I also want to tell you my honest opinion. And I kind of love the street because look at the color. So cool. Right now I'm going to Plaza de Armas, which is like the main square in every city here. I'm telling you now because I can already hear that something is happening. The security here is something else. I mean, that happened to me in New York too. I just was about to say, like, wow, it's super nice here. But then, like, I was talked to by a police officer or one of the guards here, and he was, like, asking me about my camera. It happened to me in New York as well. So guys, I found a nice cafe where I can have a little break. I'm going to have a nail appointment later today. The reason for that is not actually that I just want to look pretty or anything. I have like very, very dry skin and other health issues related to that, including my nails being incredibly brittle. I really like that cafe I just went to. It was a spontaneous decision, but it was a really nice place. And it was probably the best nail appointment that I had in my life. First of all, it wasn't expensive, but also she was super nice. She could speak English. She gave me lots of advice about the city, about the place, and about my dry nails and my dry skin. So I chose this place today for lunch because they have a dish that I want to try, to at least try one or two of the typical dishes here in Santiago. And I got a little appetizer or something. I'm not sure how to describe it, but basically like something baked with corn. This is corn. And I was expecting there to be meat inside because I heard it's like filled with meat, but I don't really see any meat. But there are a lot of other things, like I see an egg and an olive and... My name is Tina, I'm traveling around the world. I'm making these weekly vlogs, nearly weekly vlogs. If you want to follow me on this journey, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. I'm traveling around the world for about 1 year, or as long as my money lasts. So we'll see how far I get.